All right, it's Friday. Let's get to business. We got a lot to do. We'll start with the Decker stuff. We will then get to the NHL trade deadline, touch on the Pistons probably, and apparently Max Clark's briefcase. So we've got a lot.
Is Louis?
I don't know. I'm actually very good with this Decker thing because if you go back to the day he announced, hey, I'm back, and I'm like, no, please, God, go away. But it is...
Wasn't just you. I think Dan Campbell felt the same way.
And that is how you end up with this today, where he's asked for his release because they said, you can come back, but there's going to be some steep renegotiation. Why? I don't know. You have one arm, dude. You're not going to make it through the year. Mm-hmm. Now, I can say it's a positive because I get $11.6 million back on the cap. But Taylor Decker and Glasgow were simple pieces of the offseason. They still need, in my opinion, multiple restructures to get where they got to go. Mm-hmm. But I want to go back to what I said I wanted this offseason. And now, to me, they have absolutely no excuse. I want Penei Sewell at left tackle. Please and thank you. Mm-hmm. That's it. And I know what you're going to say, but they'll all be playing new positions. Yes, they will.
Mike's going to imitate me to six.
No.
I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go join Brendan Shabazz.
He's in a good mood. Right. All right. No, but you understand what I'm saying.
It is, Mike. Yeah, but it's when you really think about it, Super Bowl contending team, now 100% of your lines are going to be playing brand new positions. Now, Grant, he can play the position. He's the least of your worries at left tackle, but it leaves now you have to find another tackle, two guards, and a center, and you hope that it all works out. And, oh, by the way, you're also flirting with, re-upping with your running back. But, dude, if you don't fix this line, nothing else. That, to me, has become priority one.
Agree completely. Here is Taylor Decker's statement. You do what you want with it. Things change. 145 games started, 3 playoff appearances, 2 division titles, and a decade carrying the shield. I fully intended to do it again, but my time as a Lion is coming to an end. In the weeks since notifying the team of my return, there have been numerous discussions, many of which were a surprise to me, and we could not find common ground. Therefore, I decided to request my release. I am opting for a clean and amicable close to what has been such a beautiful 10 years going to war as a Lion. It has been the absolute privilege of my life to be your left tackle the last 10 years, and I'm grateful for the opportunity the Ford family and Lions organization afforded me. Taylor Decker. It just speaks to it. They wanted him to restructure. They weren't going to pay him $20-something million, and he gone. I'm good with it. Didn't want him at that price. Didn't want him back. And you could say, well, that's heartless. It's a heartless business. So my whole point is, Penei Sewell's paid like a left tackle. Put him over there. Easier to find a right tackle. Mm-hmm. I'd rather play a kid at right tackle than left. Or if you go in the free agent market, the price differential between a right tackle and a left tackle, it's 2 totally different universes. So, yeah, that would be my move. It's been my move for months. But, yeah, Decker's gone. I'm okay with it. But I am in total agreement with my man over here. Like, for people who want the defense, if you don't fix this offensive line, nothing else matters. You do not have a quarterback that can simply make the best of it behind a decent line. Forget about below average. Jahmyr Gibbs last year, everybody priming their flagpole, 71 yards a game. He had 300-yard games. The running game was not there when you needed it against who you needed it against. So, again, fix the O-line. Is there a way to be better with Decker gone? There's a way. I still don't understand not getting in the center market. And it doesn't have to be Linderbaum. And obviously, Biotish is now with the Chargers. Maybe it's a Connor McGovern. Maybe it's an Ethan Pochich. Maybe it's a Cushenberry. I don't know who the hell it is. I don't care. It could be Mr. Sprinkles, the mailman from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Just go get one.
It just you need to go get a veteran center.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But where do you stand on Decker? Kenny, obviously, I know you're combing for the NHL stuff, and we'll just sit and wait. I'm not going to freak out now. I mean,
there
I've
is
got
a
plenty
slight update, by the way.
Excuse me?
There is a slight update. All right. It's not breaking news.
We've got breaking news from Kenny
Cott.
Hockey Nista.
Per Darren Drager, he's NHL insider, Darren Drager. He says, I can't imagine that Robert Thomas gets traded at this point. So that's another domino to fall off of the board.
Thanks, Kenny. Way to bleep in the punch bowl.
I'm just uplifting news guy over here.
Hey, yeah. Right after the Wings traded for a guy, and the pick is contingent on, is he alive?
When the first statement is, if he plays.
I can't wait for all the hockey nerds to call in. Oh, but he's such a big voice in the room. Hear me now, dorks. You need talent. Oh, man. That goal in Montreal a couple of years ago. David, your thoughts on that? I know what I'm in for, and I swear if anyone tries to defend this deadline, if they don't do another move, and it's David Perron.
It's going to be a day of anger for you. I have a strong feeling of
No,
that.
because you can't defend it.
Right, 100%.
Oh, hey, we got a fourth-line center, a fourth-line winger. Great.
He's a good locker room guy.
Oh,
Like,
the
you
voice
just don't
in the
understand.
room.
Yeah.
Great. Give him the C while you're at it. David, talk to me.
Well, so I was not here last week when he announced he was coming back. And I, for one, would have definitely cut him. So the fact that he's asking for his outright release because he didn't want to restructure his deal, which is reported that they asked him to do that. Okay. But this does, you have one player on your offensive line that you can trust. This is a huge offseason, and you guys are right. They need to get a center first and foremost, and then you can pair up whatever you want with that. But there's a lot of questions with this offensive line now.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Not to be provocative, I'm asking.
No, go
We're
ahead.
just four doofuses talking sports.
Because I was about to say something that he was going to hit the deflator thing. So go ahead.
Well, guess what? I'll put the pin in the balloon because what I'm going to say is probably not going to be well received, but I'm asking. What happened to this Lions culture? What happened to this whole, team, grit, toughness? Taylor Decker, you're 32, you got one arm. You're barely healthy. I'm not taking less. Why? David Montgomery, so your carries go down a little bit. You still had 8 touchdowns. You're still playing in a place you love. Clearly your teammates love you. I want out. Why? Hey, maybe something, maybe nothing. Just strikes me as weird for a team that's very big on culture, very big on the room.
Okay.
2 guys have kind of asked out now. The hell is that?
Costa saying grit.
Okay. I think culture, Mike, you follow enough sports to know that culture comes with winning. And when you win, you can accept a lot of things. When you win, you can take a step back. When you win, you could get, 40% of the carries. When you win, I can grind it out. And so long as you give me some rest during the week, I'll go out there with my bad arm. But now but we want some of the money back, huh? Well, yeah, because, we got the culture. Yeah, I got bills to pay. So how about no?
I'm just asking.
No, I get what you're saying. But when you're winning, man, everybody loves everybody. But when things start to fall apart, that's a little bit of that culture goes out the window. And what I was going to say, David, I hope that people understand revamping an offensive line on the fly requires a lot of luck. It requires, basically you got to hit every spot because 1 weak link, and we saw what that looked like in the Green Bay game early in the year.
The problem is I never view Decker as filling a spot. When Dan Campbell goes to the podium and is like, yeah, I love him, but we're still going to need a guy.
No, I looked at him as his spot he was going to audition for a spot, but now it's going to be somebody totally new.
And it's
So
not
at
on the
least-
roster.
Right. At least I knew what I kind of got with him. All right, I'm going to have to you'll probably work out a day and a half all week. I'll give you the rest of the other time off just because
The
I know what
Calvin
you can
plan.
do. Yeah. But now I don't, because your offense is predicated on running the ball. If you can't run the ball, you're not going to get all the fancy touchdown play.
I need to see the restructurings. I'm happy to get the cap space back. I'm happy he's gone because, frankly, I don't think he was going to be here for very long. 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. He was always going to be hurt. And I don't want to waste resources on the insurance policy. I'd rather just go get another version of him. But make no mistake, we could talk about this. I have no problem with him being gone. Are you better today than yesterday? No. And to me, I don't understand. Look, I have no idea what Taylor Decker's market would be because there are non-negotiables with him. Like, I don't know where he thinks he's going and getting paid $20 million.
And I don't know where he's going to go, where people are going to give him the latitude of not practicing and not going out there and being with your teammates. Like, you get that here because we know.
Because who you are.
Yeah, you know the play, son. You know, we know what you can do. Another team? No.
We got a trade.
Congratulations, buddy.
The Red Wings have traded for Pierre Turgeon.
Incorrect.
No, I got nothing. What have they got?
They have nothing. Your team has acquired somebody. The captain of the St. Louis Blues, Braden Shen. And that's very annoying because I hate that your team is trying harder than mine.
You're just mad you don't have Schaefer.
So you're privileged.
Yes, he's the hockey privileged.
Honestly, they've had a really nice year considering they weren't supposed to be very good and are in salary cap hell. It's weird. It's almost like being creative and being right with your pro personnel can get you places.
They fall into a Schaefer and then they start buying at the deadline. Imagine that.
Hey. Yeah, no. All right. Wings have traded for Brad Delgarno? No? Okay. I will wait. Kenny.
Picking up Milan Hajduk coming up next.
Come on, man. Listen. We still have 46 minutes. Steve's got to do something. There's just no way he doesn't. In the meantime, Taylor Decker has asked for his release. The Lions have granted it. By the way, it's the second weird version of this. Hey, Ragnow's back. Put out the graphic. Hit the music. Cutscene. He showed up and his hamstring was in a Ziploc bag. He didn't pack his physical. Pass the physical. Now it's,
You're right.
Hey, Decker's back. Strike up the band. Cutscene. I ain't taking less money.
What's TJ up to? Maybe they bring him back.
I asked TJ this once, just as a joke. I said, I'm being totally serious. You have no ramp-up time. How many reps could you give this team before you are ambulanced off the field? He said, I might get to third down.
Not even
We were joking about it, and I said, I'm being serious. How many reps? No warming up, none of that crap, like no 3 month. You can go stretch and do what you got to do. He goes, might get the third down.
Wow.
Dead. 248-539-9797. Let's talk a little Taylor Decker. And I'm fine. If you want to hop into the trade deadline green room, we have snacks, we have beverages, as we all just kind of wait for 3 o'clock. Kenny feverishly hitting refresh